Hello, everyone. It's I, Mr. Big T. Anderson, and this is Before I Hit the Road by CluelessKitten. This is the last of the... Well, I say last, but then, of course, I'm going to mix up the order. So, it is one of maybe the last, quantumly speaking... Anyway, it's a fan fiction, and if you know how these work, links down below. Do the internet things, go click, 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 clack, clack, clack. This is a thumbs up, here, 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 and this guy who's talking a lot, downvote him. No, not really. Please don't. Unless you really hate me. But please, if you like everything here, like what you like, dislike what you dislike, but show it. If you don't show it, I don't know it. And that's really it. So I'm just Schmucky Duck reading it, and let's begin. It's strange to think of, looking back on it now. Tim remembers being 3 and getting a hug from a young gymnast. He remembers Batman swinging across the skyline with the city lights twinkling in the background, smog crowding out the stars. He remembers Robin's laughter, Robin making mistakes, Robin learning, Robin being all the things Tim never was back then. Back then, Tim wasn't much, but back then, Tim wasn't anything. Tim isn't much now. Tim isn't anything. He stands next to the kitchen counter of all things. He's in Wayne's Manor, in the goddamn kitchen. And that's not a place anyone really imagines when they think of their last moments, at least not anyone he knows. There are 100 other places he probably could have ended up, what with all the traveling he's done over the years. He could have gone to Paris, or Kansas, or even just his childhood home. But Wayne Manor. Of course. Alfred stands in front of him, gathering ingredients together for oatmeal cookies. Tim stares at the elderly man for a long time, or maybe it just feels long. But finally he clears his throat, and surprisingly, Alfred turns around. "Master Timothy," he says, and there's warmth in his eyes. There are more lines around it now than there used to be when he was a kid, but age won't beat out Alfred Pennyworth for a long time yet. "You did not say you were coming to visit today." "Hi, Alfred," he says with that lopsided, sheepish smile he forgot how to do after Dad died. It comes back to him easily now, though. He wonders if it's like this for everyone, if it's this peaceful. "Sorry, I just thought I'd drop by today. Take some time off the office." That's a lie, of course. Somewhere in the real world, Tim's body is lying broken in a wrecked car. Shoved off to a corner of an intersection on the way to work, he can hear sirens in the air, he can smell his blood. In a way, he can even feel the pain. It's a stupid way to die. Tim gestures at the baking items on the kitchen island. "Mind if I help?" Alfred moves aside and hands him a measuring cup. "Not in the least, Master Timothy." He only has a few moments left on Earth, and Tim does think that if he'd like it enough, he can go anywhere, do anything he wants with this time, but he's here. In the house where he first felt at home. He's here, and it's warm and it's bright, and he bakes cookies with one of the men who raised him. They preheat the oven, measure and mix ingredients. Talk is sparse, but that's the way things have always been. It's not a bad way to go. Maybe Tim should have gone to Dick or Bruce or hell, Steph or Cass, but he's here sharing time with Alfred, and he can't say he'd rather be anywhere else. Even if he can feel himself slipping away. The phone rings. Alfred excuses himself, and it's a struggle for Tim not to simply fade into the background. He listens to Alfred answer the phone, listens to the sound of his voice. Tim knows who it is. They've finally identified him after all. Probably found his ID in his wallet or just recognized him by face if it wasn't too mangled by the crash. At least Damien or Jason will get a laugh out of it. Third Robin, Red Robin, replacement, rival. Or however Damien sees him nowadays. Taken down by a car crash, of all things. There's a pull inside Tim, growing stronger and stronger, like the ocean current. He closes his eyes, cool marble under his hands. The smell of oatmeal cookies in the air. Alfred's voice is in the next room, quickly growing frantic with denial. Growing up, Tim always wanted a family, a real family, the kind that was always there. The kind that loves you unconditionally, forever, no matter what. He never got it, not really. But as he stands in the coziness of the kitchen, leaning against the counter with the smell of freshly baked goods filling the air, he realizes that it wasn't all bad if he can have something like this in the last moments. Not bad at all. I'm afraid you must have identified the wrong person, but Master Timothy cannot have gotten into an accident, as he is here with me, Alfred says tartly into the phone's receiver. Of course he is. They were both just baking in the kitchen. The boy is fine, not an overly long strand of hair out of place on that head of his. It must be a mistake. It is a mistake. He simply fails to see how anyone could have made it. Who would ever think that Master Timothy had gotten into a car crash? It might be something worth looking into later, but not now. When he returns to the kitchen, Master Timothy is nowhere to be found. Unease ripples through Alfred. Strange things are known to happen. Very strange things are known to happen, and maybe... Well, he shakes his head. There's no use leaping to conclusions. Not now, not about this. Calming the wild beat of his heart, he makes a call to Master Bruce, and prays it isn't true. And that's Before I Hit the Road by CluelessKitten. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Once again, not the happiest thing to go on, but you need to have some of the darker side to enjoy the happy bits. So, if you liked it, tell me what you think. Comment down below. I love talking with y'all. Please subscribe. Also, there is the artist as well as the fanfiction writer CluelessKitten. All the links down there. Do the internet things. And once again, have a good one. Ta-ta for now.